be screaming as much as they are.
Well, I think for the first thing is it was a silly challenge to do in the first place. The ball was going out comfortably for a corner, and quite honestly there was no need for the challenge. But having said that, it looked very clumsy, and he did catch him in the box. And if it was outside the box, it would have been a free kick. And if it's in the box, it's a penalty.
Well, Tony was so unnecessary. Peng was falling over the line anyway. Certainly wasn't going to pose any danger.
Well,
a
little bit of a gift for the Chinese.
Certainly is, and looks like Peng who's going to get it. Peng Wei-gu finally gets China on the board after 26 minutes. It took them a while. Incredible as it may seem, watching Macau's defence for this match. But there you have it. Halfway through the first half, Peng Wei-gu slots one past Domingos Chan for the opening goal. Bouncing slowly back for our Chuliang, who we've seen in the territory quite a lot. Very familiar keeper in Hong Kong indeed over the past few years. Good clearance by one of the Macau players, and turned on well by Martins for Chiang Chon Man. Whistle gone, yes it has. And the first booking of the match goes against Fan Ziyi.
Well, that looked a bit harsh to me. I know his foot was high, but he actually took the ball. And that was a little bit of a disappointing card there for Fan Ziyi.
So Martin's trying to get in there, and that's a goal. Unbelievable. Macau can't believe it either. They've equalised. Ung Siu Cheong on 41 minutes just before the break, and they've drawn level.
Totally against the run of play, totally against what everybody would have expected. Little Macau are giving mighty China the scare of their lives. A lofted free kick in here, seemed like there was no problem, and the man who actually gave the free kick away causing the problems as the ball bounces off the goalkeeper's face and into an empty net.
It's only one of the more bizarre goals you'll see. Certainly not pretty, but having maximum impact anyway. 1-1.
Well, I think it's epitomised China's first half performance. They've been very, very apathetic about the whole contest, and it appears as if they just feel they have to turn up and the result will come. But Macau are really digging in deep, and apart from that silly mistake, could have been 1-0 up themselves. Well, they're getting plenty of encouragement from the Hong Kong supporters who are enjoying this to the entity.
That's a good flighty ball, and Su Mao Zhen gets up to it. China take the lead 2 minutes before the break, thanks to Su Mao Zhen. Well, it was a twisting head. Didn't exactly look like it was going to go in.
No, very deceptive header here. Must have been all of 15 yards out, and quite honestly, it's the only place it could have gone. Dominguez left stranded, and it was a super header really from that distance.
Wonderful curling header.
Yeah, just planting itself in the corner. Question marks about Dominguez's position, but nonetheless, a little bit of quality there just when you thought China were going to be on the rack.
So the smart punters gathering in numbers behind the Macau goal, because that is almost certainly where most of the goals are going to come this evening. Well, is it time for another?
China are methodical in their build-up. They're in total control of this match, and they don't seem to be in any hurry to get the goals that they require.
Very methodical but steady build-up by China, and that one almost went in, just headed off the line. Peng Wei-gu. 1 minute before the break, Peng Wei-gu gets his second, and China's third, 3-1.
Well, it was a great stop on the line there from Lam, who was very unlucky there. The skipper covering his goalkeeper. We saw here the winger Gao Feng turning his defender inside out. And this is a lovely header again. He knows exactly what he's doing. Look at that leap there. But a super volley, just punishing the Macau defence for not closing down the second ball.
Second half here at Mongkok. China's opening match in their campaign for the Asian Cup, this Group 2 qualifier. 3-1 the score at half-time in China's favour. Well, China certainly picking up here where they left off. Just 1 minute before the break with that superb goal from Peng Wei-gu. Just chipping that one over, and there's another one. Li Bing, last season's Chinese Footballer of the Year, coming on at the break and scoring.
Well, again, the wings are exposing the minnows here, and Li Bing, you expect it from that distance. The big man in the box again, always dangerous, planting a superb header from a superb cross.
Well, Tony, what a great start from Li Bing. Just 2 minutes into the second half. That was clever, but it's run a little far. That was out. Well, shades of the Philippines in this Macau defence. Looked a little sloppy.
Well, the keeper certainly thought that one had run out.
Well, it certainly looked it from here, Tony.
And Teles Pereira shielding his keeper. There's no way the six was going to get past him.
Is that Li Bing again? It is 65 minutes. 5-1. Well, what an immediate impact Li Bing has had on the fortunes of China.
Well, they've obviously decided to take this game by the scruff of the neck. Gao Feng here with a precision pass. Big fella Li Bing again. Great touch for a big man, and in the end there, drilling that ball underneath the desperate Domingos. Very obvious where the weakness lies. China looking down the flanks again, the same as Hong Kong did in the earlier fixture. And that's where all the joy's coming from.
Oh, so close.
I've got no answer to Li Bing at the moment. Everything he does seems to be going on target. Just unfortunate there, hitting the outside of the left-hand post. The keeper shouldn't have really been beaten him from that distance.
Well, two players looking for hat-tricks, Li Bing and Peng Wei-gu. About midway through the second half. That's Jiang Feng. Right, and a good long ball. They can't get past. Oh, no. That's Jiang Feng again.
Well, Macau are chasing shadows here, Andrew. There's plenty of green shirts, but they just don't know how to defend, to be honest.
Well, they're chasing Ma as well. And now that's Hao Haidong, who also gets on the board. On, well, at our count, 75 minutes.
Well, there's plenty of bodies around the ball, Andrew. There's 7 Macau defenders. And again, some slick play from Hao Haidong.
Well, Tony, you've got to wonder how on earth he got past there. Looked like he was totally blocked out, but he just kept going. Out wide now for Lee Hongjun. Well, that was a bit ambitious. Gao Feng just sliding underneath the feet of Domingos Chan.
There's always going to be a difficult ball here. Picked out there by Peng Wei-gu. Just, I think he had one eye on the goalkeeper coming out, thinking he was going to get a bit of a whack. No need getting injured when you've got this many goals in front and some tough fixtures coming up through the week.
That's Peng Wei-gu. Certainly taking his time, having a good long think about what he's going to do. Li Bing didn't even have to move. And what a precision header. Li Bing racks up the hat-trick.
Well, it's as if China were told at half-time that the performance they'd put in the first half was well below what was acceptable, and it was a very methodical performance. But in the first 25-30 minutes of this half alone, they've shown the quality and the skill that's going to be very difficult for the other sides to compete against. In Li Bing there, an empty net. Defenders all over the place again, but good finishing again from the Chinese.
So that's it. Macau and the Philippines really proving fodder. The big showdown will come when China take on Hong Kong, and we'll have that next week in Sunday Sport.